Starting business or leveling up your life can feel overwhelming. Trust me, I know. How do you cut through the noise and find the advice that actually works for you? I'm going to give you 5 books that made me a 6-figure business in the first year so that you don't have to. Number 1, Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers and leads. So this is 2 books into one specific point. So the 3 main concepts that I learned from that book in general was essentially the core 4 strategies of marketing, being warm outreach, cold outreach, paid ads, and free content in order to get more leads, 100 primary actions in order to develop them, and the concept of strategic volume. Both these books are absolutely amazing. Alex Hormozi, as I'm recording this, has literally made $100 million just from selling his 3rd book, which is $100 million Money Models, which is absolutely stupid. And he's used every single one of his systems in order to get to this point. So if you're a business professional or a sales professional or you're selling a product or service, please check out his books overall, but start with these 2 if you have never read them in your life. However, if you comment the word models, I'll send you a free copy of $100 million Money Models to you for free. Number 2, Russell Brunson's Expert Secrets. So this is essentially like the foundation of pretty much what every famous and every prominent influencer knows already, and this book has all of those secrets. The 3 main concepts that I learned from this book was developing a personal brand and how important it is and how crucial it is in order to combat like all the AI that is basically happening right now, especially going into the years where AI is going to replace all of human content overall, and how you can distinguish yourself from that surge of AI and whatnot. The second thing is storytelling, the importance of storytelling in everything that you do, because storytelling is super qualitative and specific to the person, so it'll never be replaced by AI. So if you figure out how to tell stories very well, then you'll never have an issue with making money with videos. And then the last one is turning your expertise into a framework and then to a movement. Right? Because once you develop notoriety within one specific industry and then you transition into creating that a huge movement in as to whether it be losing weight, making more money online, teaching people how to get on video, how to be safe when it comes to law, it doesn't matter. It becomes a framework which you contextualize for your viewers, so that therefore you can spread out to the masses to make a movement. Next is Patrick Bet-David's Choose Your Enemies Wisely. This is the single book that has changed my life significantly in 2024, other than Alex Hormozi's book. And this book finally recognized the way that I feel about life, competition, and overall challenges, because I feel like a lot of people, they go into business thinking that it's a very logical ordeal. And I'm not saying that it isn't. However, Patrick Bet-David goes into lengths about describing that business is a logical and emotional ordeal. If not, it basically means you don't care enough, right? We talk about the billionaires that are currently within our lives, like Oprah, like for me, Orlando Bravo, a bunch of people like, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, whoever it be, right? Like anybody that you look up to that is making $1 billion, right? All of them are emotional. Like psycho competitors, like these people that I mentioned, are all emotional in the sense of like they understand the logistics as far as how logical business is, but then they also take into consideration to tap into the emotional side, being the emotional part of them that wants them to succeed. Michael Jordan on multiple instances would tell everybody that's just like he's the best. Kobe, same thing. Everybody loves those guys, but they don't realize how emotional those guys are. And the only way to be successful in that regard, as I've seen time and time again by all these outliers, is the fact that they're stupid emotional, and on top of that, they're very logical as far as where it is they need to go to take the next step to get to the next level. So if you do anything this year, please read Patrick Bet-David's Choose Your Enemies Wisely. The next is Noah Kagan's $1 Million Weekend. And this book for me basically described how easy it is to actually make $1 million and start $1 million business with that potential, right? It basically comes from the framework of you got to solve your own problems and solving your friends' problems. Reason being is because if you can just literally find one concept or one product or one service that is available online and has 1 million hits on Facebook ad library or has 1 million hits in a specific geographical location, then that means you probably have $1 million business on your hands. All you need to do is just go about it and execute. And it was really eye-opening because I was just like, dang, like everybody thinks like $1 million business is so hard. Not taking it away from the fact that making $1 million is extremely hard. However, creating $1 million business is a lot easier than we think, and it's just a lot of limiting beliefs that we have in ourselves that basically tell us that we can't do it. But this book, if you want an uplifting interpretation as to if you can create $1 million business, definitely read this book. And the last but not least, Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Grant Cardone, but I am a fan of his books, especially the 10X Rule. This book basically teaches you to think bigger, apply extreme accountability to your life, basically that everything in your life is your fault or your responsibility or within your control. An example that I literally came into when I was basically reading this book last year was that I got a speeding ticket, but that speeding ticket was my fault. Reason being is because like that split decision, before I even got the ticket in the first place, I literally thought I could go right instead of left. I went left and I got the ticket. I could have gone right when that gut feeling in myself said, I should go right. I didn't listen to my gut feeling and I went left, and this person who was speeding in front of me didn't get a ticket. I wasn't even speeding in that situation and I got the ticket. So it really goes to show that literally everything in your life is within your control. And the last thing from this book that I absolutely love is that you reply to all of your problems with action. So if you're not making enough money, more action. If you're not having a great relationship with your girlfriend, go to therapy, have couples therapy, start that communication with your relationship. Anything that is a problem in your life, you can always solve with more action. Please let me know in the comments if you've read any of the books or if you have any more recommendations, because I love reading. So you just learned the 5 books that gave me the tools to build my businesses 6 figures, navigate challenges, and think strategically. So make sure to subscribe because I put videos out like this every single week. And if you want to watch a video on the 1 character trait to improve your business really fast, click the video right here. Otherwise, if you're an in-home improvement services business, being a floorer, roofer, kitchen, bathroom installer, and you want to scale your business to the next level using social media, click the link in the description and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.